Most new investors share one thing in common: they can't take their eyes off the 1 year return column. If the number is in double digits, they smile with satisfaction. If it drops below expectations, they panic. They start questioning their funds, their advisor, sometimes even the entire equity market. But investing was never meant to be a sprint. It's a marathon, one where time, not timing, decides who wins. I've seen this pattern repeatedly in review meetings. The moment an investor opens their portfolio report, the eyes go straight to one section. That is the 1 year performance. It's almost instinctive. That single column, those few digits, hold the power to change their emotions, their confidence, and their behavior. When markets rise, it fuels pride and overconfidence. When markets fall, it triggers anxiety and hasty decisions. One design element, the 1 year time frame in the portfolio report, is silently driving this behavior. Now, how do we change this? Not with another financial literacy session or a 1,000-page prospectus. What investors need isn't more information, it's better design. Try this small but powerful change. Change the portfolio report's default view from 1 year to 20 years. Every time the investor opens that report, the message is clear: the journey isn't over. You still have a long way to go. This subtle change automatically brings in long-term perspective, because when design changes, behavior follows. This is what behavioral scientists call behavioral architecture, designing systems and environments that help people make better decisions. Our brains are wired for short-term rewards. It's called present bias, the tendency to overvalue immediate results and undervalue distant rewards. That's why investors get excited about a 12-month performance chart but struggle to stay invested for a decade. When we replace that short-term lens with a 20-year view, we train the mind to value patience. And patience, as I've seen over and over again, is the single biggest differentiator between successful and struggling investors. Long-term wealth isn't built on one brilliant stock pick or one lucky bull market. It's built on adherence, the discipline to stay consistent through noise and volatility. In fact, studies show that the investors who do best are often those who forget about their portfolios altogether. They don't interfere. They don't react to every fluctuation. Their money compounds quietly, undisturbed by emotion. Passive investors, yes, those who never touch their portfolios, have historically earned higher returns than the ones who checked every day. Why? Because their behavior never got in the way of compounding. So the next time you sit with your financial advisor, don't ask for a new product, ask for a new design. Ask for a report that focuses on progress toward your goals, not just performance against an index. Ask for a dashboard that celebrates consistency, not quick wins. Ask for a review cycle that happens every few months, not every few hours. A well-designed report can do what no classroom can. It can shape how you feel about investing. Good design doesn't just present data, it manages emotion. Imagine if every portfolio statement you opened began with a 20-year growth curve. Instead of worrying about last month's fall, you'd see the slow, steady rise of your wealth over decades. You'd understand that short-term volatility is just a passing wave in a long-term tide. That's the magic of reframing through design. It turns patience, a difficult virtue, into an effortless visual habit. When you remind yourself that the finish line is far away, every bump on the road feels smaller. When your report shows you 20 years, not 12 months, you begin to think like a true investor, calm, deliberate, and patient. Good design equals good behavior, and good behavior equals great returns. So don't just redesign your portfolio report, redesign your perspective. Because when you design your reports right, you design your future. Want to get a grip on your investment habits? Subscribe now and stay connected for more tips on financial freedom and building wealth. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.